What's up everyone? Tiffany Quinn here, and this is our glutes and hamstrings hip thrust challenge. Through today's pyramid style workout, we'll be using a scaling and descaling interval timer to rep our way through 5 varying exercises, putting our lower body strength and endurance ability to the test. All you need for equipment today is a pair of heavier lower body dumbbells, and I'll also be including my workout bench today for elevation during our hip thrusts. Now keep in mind you can also use a chair for the elevation, or you can perform the same exercise from a glute bridge position on your mat. I'll also be including my medium adjustable band for activation of the glutes, so if you don't have my bands yet, you can find my adjustable set in the links below in the video description, or use what you have available in the moment, and also you can opt to go without them. Now smash that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel for a new routine every week, and let's go ahead and burn things up. Welcome back everyone for our lower body burner. Now what we've got for today is a total of 5 pyramid sets on a scaling and descaling interval timer format focused entirely on the glutes and the hamstrings. So as far as our exercise selection goes, we'll be starting off the workout with our banded hip thrust, just waking up the glute max and getting that burn started. Then we're gonna come back up to standing for our narrow deadlifts, then back to the bench or chair, or you can perform those glute bridges on the mat, and that will be our weighted hip thrust section. To finish off the workout, we've got single leg deadlifts, and this will be 1 set per side, all right? Now for our timer setup, we'll be going through a 20, 40, and 60-second work frame, and then back down that time frame from 60 to 40 to 20. You can guarantee those 20 seconds are gonna go by very quickly, and I'll also be giving you a 15-second rest between each of those intervals. Now at the end of each of our sets, I'll be giving you an extended recovery, 60 seconds to get into your next position. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. Now I am gonna be using my medium adjustable band for this. If you do not have my band, you can use whatever you have at the moment, or you can go without. But anyway, that's gonna come above the knees. And if you have your bench or chair, let's get ready in position. Otherwise, you're gonna be down on the mat, lay yourself down, line the feet up with the hips, you're gonna come into your glute bridge and lower. Otherwise, we're gonna bring the shoulders to the edge of your bench or your chair, and we're gonna lift ourselves up, lining the shins up with the wall parallel and the thighs parallel with the mat. Keep the knees wide against that band and start with that band nice and tight. Going in 3, going in 2, you guys ready? And 1, all right, let's come up into our bridge or hip thrust position. We're starting off in full range down and lift, curling the tailbone towards the chin. Chin is tucked towards the chest, lifting through the heels and back down. Lift up, squeeze, back down. Now I said that 20 seconds was gonna go by quick, so if you'd like, you can hold for that rest since we are just waking everything up. 3 upscale timers, 3 downscale timers. Going in 3, 2, if you didn't come back up, this time, full range, lift, pulse. Full range, lift, pulse. Remember to tuck the tailbone under, curl that towards the chin, really try to squeeze your glutes at the top, maximal contraction at the top, and lower, pressing your weight into the heels. Lift, pump, lower. 15 seconds. I want high energy for the lower body today. Lift, pump, lower. If you need support for your neck, just place the hands behind without pressing up against it. Lift, pump, lower. If you'd like, you can come down for that rest. I'm actually gonna go ahead and tighten my band up a little bit more. And don't forget to press your knees out against it on the way up and on the way down. Coming back up in 3, 2, 1, press those knees wide, lift, and full range down. Now lift, open, neutral, lower. Lift, open, neutral, lower. Pressing out against the band and not allowing the knees to buckle back in, just allowing them to come back to parallel with your hips. Pressing wide out against it, keeping tension on the band throughout, maximal contraction at the top. Lift, open, neutral, down. Open, neutral, down. 20 seconds to go. We want to fire up those glutes, get them started. back down. Lift, open, neutral, down. Remember, trying to keep a 90-degree angle between your ankles, your knees, and your hips at the top. Last one, open, in, come down, take that 15-second rest, and we're coming back up, back into our full range now. So we're repeating the same exercise as we did. Going in 5, 4, 3, let's lift ourselves up, in 1, come up, full range down, keeping tension on the band, lift up, full range down. Something that helps me to fire things up is to lift my toes up on the way down. This is a preference, not entirely necessary, but I do like it. Lift and slowly down. I want you to squeeze those glutes. Thinking about squeezing them together at the top and keeping that posterior hip rotation forward the entire way through. So you're curling the tailbone under, holding that as you come down. Incredible job, guys. Keep working through it. We've only got 2 more descales, and then we're up into standing. And lower. Both hips are facing towards the ceiling in alignment. 3 more. 2 more. Keep those knees pressed against the band. Last one. If you want, you can hold for this rest, and we can pulse. 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 Cheering you on if you're doing it. Another 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it's back into our full range. Lift and pump up. 1, 2, lift up and pump. Little pulse at the top. Should be starting to feel those light up if you didn't already. Again, if you do need extra breaks throughout, that's all right. Feel free to take them, but I want to push you to reach a new overload today. Lift, pump, slow to lower. Lift, pump, slow to lower. 10 more seconds. Keep working for me. We're almost to our last descale. That 20 seconds, that's gonna go by super quick. Last one, if you want, hold for that rest. Just hold those knees wide, keep that burn going a little bit longer. Finishing off with our butterflies. Down, up, open, neutral. In 3, 2, come up for me. 1, lower down, lift, open wide, neutral. 1, 2, 1, 2. Find your beat, find your pace. Find the will to burn the butt cheeks. Down, lift, open, last close, slowly lower yourself down and take that minute rest. All right, now is your moment to grab some water. Just have a moment to yourself, breathe, and get ready with your weights. I'll be going with my 2 20 pounds for our narrow deadlifts in standing. 45 seconds. How do you like the timer setup? Had to get a bit creative with the elevation. All right, now for our positioning here, feet are face forward, in line with the hips. If you want to keep that band on, you can. It'll add the burn, add to the burn that you get, but tighten it up even more. We want it really nice and tight. Grabbing a hold of both of your weights. We're gonna come down, keeping the weights close to the front of the body, painting down the thighs, painting down the shins, stopping at the end of your own hip rotation, and back up. Here we go, guys. Going in 10 seconds. Something that I do find also helps with the adjustable, if you wanna move that where the buckle is not right in front, your weights won't get caught on it. Let's go, first 20 seconds. Hinging forward, keeping the weights close, back up, slowing things down now. And raise. I had to jump right into this one, because if I didn't, I was gonna get nervous about the amount of time under tension we have. Last one, lift up, 15 seconds rest, then 40 seconds to go. Now make sure too that the band is right above your knees, it's not on it, you don't wanna press down on those there. Going in 3 seconds. 2, pick those weights back up for me. Last one, and we go. Come down and raise through the heels, finding the stretch in the hamstring, extending through the hips, flexion down through the hips, and back up. Shoulders are away from the ears, chest is proud and lifted. We don't want to collapse inward on the way down, and the back is staying straight. Breathing throughout. If you're using heavier weights than I am today, you're gonna slow this down even more. Micro bend in the knees. Soft bend, really. Let's get one more rep in. Lift up, and our final upscale timer for our narrow deadlifts. All right, 10 seconds to go. Feet are face forward. Hold tension on that band in 3, 2, 1 minute on the clock. And raise. You'll also probably find that your depth and rotation ability is a little bit better the further you get into those reps. Things are starting to warm up more. And we know the glutes are woken up already. And raise. Slow to lower, slight pause at that stretch, and back up. Halfway through this interval. You've got 3 more to go after this, all downscale. 60, 40, 20. Something that also helps me here to find that stretch of my hamstrings is to lift the toes slightly off the mat as I come down. Placing all that weight into the heels. Flexion through the hips, hinging the upper body forward, booty's going out behind you. Let's do 2 more. Last one, lift it up. The nice thing about having a bench here is I don't have to lean very far to put the weights back down. All right, going in 8 seconds. Now, of course, if you start to feel a bit fatigued, take extra breaks or lighten the load that you're using, or take that band off. All right, descale, here we go. We're gonna add a pulse this time. So coming down to the end of your hip rotation, pulse a quarter of the way up, lower, and back to standing tall. Slow to lower, pause at the bottom, pulse, and up. Placing that weight into the heels. Shoulders away from the ears. Chest is proud and lifted. Facing the direction that you're going, the eye gaze is forward the entire way through. You're halfway through now. Which means we are about to hit past the first quarter of our workout. These go by quick because you don't get much of a break between them. And as those intervals start dropping from the 60 to the 40 to the 20, you know what to expect. You know it's going to be less time towards the end, which should keep you going. 1 more, lift it up, and from here you've got 10 more seconds. Then we go into our second descale of 3. Working hard with me. We're gonna make it through this whole thing. And we're gonna give it our best. In 2, in 1. Weights come to the front, keep them as close as you can. Paint down, and raise. No pulse this time. Core is nice and tight. Squeeze the abs, brace them as you come down, and back up. Extension through the hip, flexion through the hip. Not simply raising and lowering your upper body. I want to actually think about the action happening. And raise. And raise. Last one, lower those weights. For our last one, you can take that band off now if you were using it. But what I'm getting at is, if you think about when you lift your front leg forward, you're gonna feel all this front hip stuff light up. That's the same muscle we're using to flex down. In 2, in 1, come down and raise. And extend up. 3 more for me. 2 more. Last one, lift it up, and from here we go into our weighted hip thrusts. You do have a minute break between, so those weights can go over to the side. Again, you can still do these from a bridge position on the mat, or you can use a chair for elevation like we've done before. 45 seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 40-pound weight. If you wanna be a true go-getter and you have extra energy today, you can slap that band on too. Up to you. So from here, we're gonna line our shoulders up with the edge of the bench or slide yourself down. 25 seconds. Have that moment to relax. Grab some water. I'm watching the timer go down. 15 seconds, guys. Burning booties. By the way, if your hips feel sensitive, you can always place a towel over your hips to protect them a little bit more. I think I've built some callus power there. All right, going in 3, 2, 1. Press through those heels, lift up, and slow to lower. Again, curling the tailbone forward towards the chin, squeeze at the top, and lower. I want you to pause at that maximal contraction, and back down. Lift up. Last time, lower yourself down, take that 15-second rest, and we go into our 40-second interval in 8 seconds. This one, we're actually gonna hold to the top, so I want you to get ready. In 3, start bringing yourself up. In 2, on 1, you're gonna hold it nice and high, feet are in line with the hips, and pump up, up, up. Great job. Quarter reps. Lower, raise, squeeze the glutes. Maximal contraction at the top, just a light back off of that tension as you come down. Pulse, lower, for 12, 11, and 8, 7, 6, 4, last 2, 1, and lower it down. All right, 15-second rest. Last time on the upscale. This time we go back to our full range in 5 seconds. A lot of full range here. All right, keep your feet exactly where they are. In 2, in 1, lift it up, all the way down. If you can, let's lift those toes up, placing the weight in the heels, holding that posterior rotation forward the entire way. Squeeze up and lower. The more you fight for the hip tuck forward, the more you're gonna feel that in your glutes. And protect the lower back. That's a big one too. Lift up, slowly down. We're on the descale after this, and then we're up and standing for our final 2 pyramid sets. Squeeze up and lower. Squeeze up and lower. We're on our way to growing that 3rd butt cheek today. Lift and lower. Another 3 and down. Another 2. You're almost there. Last one, and lower yourself back down. All right, starting to feel it in the glutes. Definitely need that break. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna remove the weight for this next set because I do want us to work some single leg. So we're gonna come up for our next minute. You're gonna take your left leg and place it over the right knee. Come down and raise, keeping both hips in alignment towards the ceiling. And up. If you want, you can also hold that weight along the hip. Slowly down, come up. If you want it to be even harder, straighten that leg and up. Straighten that leg and up. 2 more. Last one, lift up, straight change, left leg down, right leg over, coming down and up through the heel. Again, if you want to make it harder, straighten the leg and raise. Same thing in the bridge position. And raise. Definitely gonna feel it after this one, huh? And up, both hips are forward. Don't let one droop. And up. 2 more. Last one, keep it even. Lift up, drop that other leg down gently, and lower yourself to the mat. 10 seconds to go. Let's grab that weight one more time. Place it above the hips. Get ready for our next set. Our pulses in 2, in 1. Lift it up, pulse, pulse, pulse. There we go. Squeeze, squeeze. Harder. Are you giving me everything you've got right now? I want you to picture you've got your last dollar bill between your butt cheeks. You're hanging on to it for dear life. No one's gonna get that dollar from you. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Almost there. Whew. Another 10, 9, up, down, 6, 5, 3. Last one, hold for those last 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower. Last 20-second burner. If you want, you can lift those hips up high, I think I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna burn to the end. We are gonna do a hold for our last 20 seconds. Maximal contraction, hip tuck forward, facing down towards the tailbone. Think about curling your tailbone towards your chin. Just hold here. Starting to lose my skirt. All right. I gave it a shot. It's tennis skirt. I thought it was cute. 8 seconds to go. Keep holding. At your greatest height here for 4, 3, 2, and slowly down. Ooh, who felt that? I need to know if you felt that. You have a whole minute to type to me. Let me know if you felt that. So we're gonna lower that weight over to the side. From here, we are going into our single leg deadlifts. So we're gonna start pretty simply with what we know. So we're gonna start on the left side. If you prefer to start right, that's fine too. I usually start on my left. Weight is in the same side as the working leg. So left leg, left hand. You have 30 seconds. Come up to standing. I'm using my 20-pound again for this one. And we really want to shift our weight into the working leg. So the back leg heel is going to come up. Try not to place too much weight in the toes there. It's only there for balance. Pressing down into that heel as you come down, stopping at the end of your hip rotation and up. For some of you, this may be the knee, for some the shin, for some the ankle. Everyone's different. You don't have to look exactly like me here. Let's take it away. And lift. And yes, we have an entire set on one side. Hope you're ready for it. And raise. And raise. Last one here. Finish that rep for me. Take that rest. And then we go into our 40-second interval. Now for this one, we're gonna add to it. So we're gonna come down on that left, lift, crossover deadlift, and up. In 2, in 1, starting on the same side, lift up, cross it over, and stand. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keeping the hips coming back and away from you, so you don't wanna shift that weight as you come to the other side. You still want to stay tall. Keep the hips coming back. To the left, keep yourself forward to the right. Find that stretch in the hamstring. You're almost there. Two more. Last one, lift it up. And from here, we are going into our walking deadlift. So come to the back of your mat. We're doing 3 steps forward, 3 steps back, and then we take it from the top. So it's step forward and raise, step forward and raise. Let's take it away. Start on the same side, coming down, lift, step it forward. Down, lift, step it forward. This is 3, lift, step it back. 3, lift, step it back. And 2, one more time, step it back. Down, and forward, 3, and forward, 2. Keep those hips in alignment. Step it back for 3, and up for 2, and up for 1, and up. You're halfway there. Keep working for me. Find your own pace. If it's slower than mine, that's okay. And raise, and raise. And raise. Let's take it one more time forward at your own pace. Bring yourself to the center, and we are starting off our minute interval with the same exercise we started with. So back into our standard single leg deadlift, then we have our crossover, and then our 20 seconds is going to be our 3-step forward, 3-step back. Going in 3, in 2, and 1. Single leg deadlift, just focus here. Back is staying straight, coming down to your end range of motion, through the hips, and up. Try not to place too much weight in the opposite side foot. Slowly down, weight stays close to the body. Shoulders still away from the ears. Lock the scapula in place, back and down. Eye gaze forward, and raise. You got 30 seconds left. And up. Keep working for me, come on. Fight through it. We're almost to the end. We're way past the halfway point of this workout. And raise. Gotta work the hamstrings. It's the shelf to the booty, and you don't want to do this side and then skip the other side, because what's going to happen? You'll have uneven butt cheeks. We don't want to do that to ourselves. No uneven peaches. I will not let you walk out of here like that. Lift and back down. Last time, up and staying on that same side. Now we go with our single leg to the crossover. 10 seconds. Take extra breaks as needed. I'm just here to drive you. But you do your own self-monitoring, okay? If you need a break, take it. Starting on that same side, single leg deadlift, raise, step it out, cross over, raise. And up, cross over. And up to single leg. And up and over. And up, squeeze the core. And raise. Do you feel that? I know you do. 20 more seconds to go, then it's on to our final side. We are on the D scale. It's getting easier. And spiking your heart rate. You're welcome. And up, last two. And up, last one. Drop that weight off and finish that rep. Come up to standing. You've got that 15 seconds rest, and starting from the back of our mat into our walking deadlift. All right, 3 steps forward, 3 steps back. We'll probably get 2 rounds in here. Let's go. Starting on the same side. Come forward, deadlift, step it forward. Forward, deadlift, step it forward. 3. And take it back. 3. And 2. And 1. Let's get one more rep in there. Finish it off. Lift yourself up, tall and proud that you made it through one side. We've got one more to go. All right? So we're starting off full range. Then we've got our crossover, again, working into the opposite side now. We've got our 3-step forward, 3-step back, and then we reverse it. It's like a dance. It's like a really fun and maybe torture-filled dance. We've got this. I am pretty excited about today because this marks the last of the double up workouts I have to film before I go on vacation. So as you can imagine, I'm a little bit tired, but I'm gonna keep myself going, and I'm here to do the same for you. Again, if you need to lighten the load, that's all right. You can do that halfway through. I don't mind, even halfway through the same exercise. Monitor yourself, know where you're at, and know that you can level up from there the next time you visit it. 10 seconds to go. Let's take that step back on the left. The weight is placed into the right side heel. Weight is in the right hand. Going in 2 and 1, 20 seconds. And raise. And raise, keeping the back straight. And up. And up. 2 more. Last one. Bring it up and have your 15-second moment to recover. Literally a moment. I feel like those 15 seconds fly by. Even that minute rest we have, it's like, all right, I'm praying that timer doesn't go off yet, and then boom, it does. In 3, crossovers. In 2, starting on the same side. 1, come down, lift up, step it out, cross over, and up. Step it in and down, and up. Step it out, across, and up. I think you got it. Weight in the heels, and up. Back is staying straight. Now, one side you may have more depth than the other. This is also fairly common. Has to do with hip rotation, your hip flexion, your extension ability. I know for me, the leg that I place most of my weight on throughout the day is the one that's a little bit tighter with the rotation. Come down and lift. Last time, finish that rep. And we've got our walking deadlifts to finish off the upscale timer with. Then we've got our descale timer, and then we're done. Going in 5 seconds. All right, everybody. Start at the back of your mat. Coming down on that same side to start. Lift up, step it forward. Come down and raise, step it forward. Come down and raise, step it back. And up. And up. And up, coming forward. And raise, 2 more. And raise, 1 more. And raise, step it back. For 3, and back. For 2, and back. For 1, you're halfway there. And raise. And raise, keep that weight close to the body. Try to keep the tempo a little bit higher here. Last one, back and up. Take it forward for 3, for 2, for 1. Step it back and up. Last 2. Finish it off. Last 1. And raise. And we go back to our standard deadlift from here. All right, 1 minute into our standard deadlift, single leg deadlift. Really try to increase that stretch this time. Let's take it away. Coming down, painting the front of the thigh, front of the shin, and up. Back is staying straight. Try to take that opposite leg back a little bit further away. I do tend to leave mine up a little too close sometimes, but our goal is to place all that weight into the working leg. Shoulder away from the ear, and up. And up. Great job, everyone. Keep going. And raise. And raise. Increase that depth. Find that stretch in the hamstring. Push that booty out away from you. And up. Like you've got the strongest glute in the world, girl. Let's go. 4 more. 3 more. Breathing throughout. Fight through it for me. 2 more. Last one. Lift it up, tall and proud. We are going into our single leg to crossover deadlift to follow. And we finish off with a very quick round of forward and back deadlifts going in 5 seconds. Have that weight ready, have your mind right. In 2, in 1. Starting on that single leg, step it out, cross over, back in, back down. And raise, back out. And raise, back in. I hope you're finding a good beat today. That's what I really want to see. And up, step it out. And up, step it in. And raise, 15 seconds. Find that inner power, that voice that tells you to keep going. Not just mine, yours. And raise last time. Finish that rep, come up to standing, take it to the back of your mat, and we're starting on the same side we're working. And then we are complete with the workout. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 3 steps forward, and up, 2 steps forward, and up, last step forward, and back for 3, for 2, for 1. Can we get 2 more forward? I think we can. Don't give up yet. Last time, lift it up, stand tall. How do you feel? I hope you feel amazing and incredible and powerful and strong, and like you just made it through a killer glute and hamstring workout, because that is how I feel, and I think I'd like to sit down now. All right, let's do a quick stretch before we go. I do have to move some of this out of the way, so just give me 1 moment here. All right. In the meantime, let me know how you felt through the workout. Subscribe if you didn't yet, especially if I gave you some energy today. I'd love to hear that from you. Keeps me going, keeps me energized. The same as I would do for you, right? Okay, coming down to your mat. We're coming into our sideline hip cars. You know that's a favorite. We'll do 3 per side here. So let's take the bottom arm forward, the top hand punches down. You can have a yoga block below you here if you'd like. Otherwise, just hold the head up. Flex the top foot, lift the hip level into our hip flexion. Abduct away from the body, internal rotation. Adduct down, stack forward, donkey kick back, controlled external rotation. Come forward and extend into your hip flexion, only through the hip. Open wide, internal rotation, come down, stack forward, kick it back, external, into adduction, and down. Last time, hold tension in that leg, don't allow the hips to sway, no compensation in the lower back, forward, kick it back, external rotation, adduction, and extension. Over to that other side. Feels like a good stretch, doesn't it? Bottom arm forward, top hand punches down. I'm trying my best not to flash you. All right, All right, punch that top hand down for me, flex that top leg. We've gotten to know each other by now though, so I'm sorry if the skirt's moving around a bit. It is a sports skirt. I don't know why I'm making excuses for it. So your leg is at hip level. Bring the knee forward into hip flexion, abduct away, internal rotation, adduct down, stack it forward, donkey kick back, external rotation, and adduction and extend. So basically you're bringing your knee forward into hip flexion, open the leg wide, internally rotate, come back down towards the midline, forward, donkey kick back, open wide, come down towards the midline, staying in line with the hip, and extend one more time. Come down, forward, donkey kick back, open wide, fight for more hip flexion, and extend. All right, flip over for me, last stretch here. Now what I want you to do is, you know how at the beginning of our workout I said posteriorly rotate the hips? This time we're going to anteriorly rotate them back. We're gonna go ahead and grab our band and place it around the foot and lift that leg up and just hold here. 10-second hold that interior arch. And to increase the stretch on the hamstring, you're gonna start to drive that foot down a little bit. If you need to, keep a bend in the knee. You can have a little bit larger of one if you have any pain behind the knee, you wanna avoid that. Another 3, 2, on 1, release the pressure of your heel and just try to bring your leg up a little bit higher, still holding that tilt backward. That should feel really good. All right, remove that band and we're just gonna take it over to the other side. Of course, if you felt like that felt really good, you're like, I'm not done yet. That's all right, you can leave it there a little bit longer. Just teaching you something new here. All right, hold that into your arch back. So you're curling the hip bones backward and you're just gonna bring that leg up with the band and gently press your heel down on it, increasing that stretch. Again, leaving a bend in the knee if needed. Great job. Hold 5, 4, 3, keep driving down. On 1, release that tension, and now try to pull yourself up a little bit higher, still holding that arch back. For 3, 2, 1, and you can remove that band. How was it? Let me know how it went. Hope you had a great time. Be sure to comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll be telling you about our last workout of this month's series in the following scene. Have an amazing day, you guys. Thanks for joining me, everyone, for this booty burning frenzy, and I do apologize if it's a little hard to sit down right now. Be sure to let me know how you got along, which weights did you decide to go with today, and whether or not you were able to use the elevation. Remember that if you did want to find my adjustable bands, those are in the links below the video description. They do fit every hip size, they're adjustable per exercise, per intensity, and the workout that you're doing. Now smash that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel for a new routine every week, and finally, turn your notifications on for our May finale, which is going to be our 20-minute abs and waist workout, no equipment, still pyramid format. Okay everyone, have an amazing day and I'll see you for the next one.